We got it, baby. It's here. All right. I did set up like a... Hey. I set this up. I am using, funny enough, because like I'm going to use my phone, obviously, like with the MCON. So I have the Nothing phone, the CMF1, as my camera here. But yeah, we'll try our best here with this setup that I kind of rigged together. Fun success story for this kid getting full on product launch. Absolutely. Yeah, I've talked to Josh here and there. He's like really very enthusiastic about it. Like all that enthusiasm is like extremely legit. He's just like so stoked to get his thing out in the world, which is very cool. And gracious enough to send me one, obviously. Do the classic disclaimer, money didn't change hands, et cetera, et cetera. They just sent it to me and said, like, you can basically, I didn't have to like sign anything. They just said you could kind of do whatever you want with it as long as you give us feedback on it. Like, how does it work? Does it work? They've already told me about like one bug with these early units that they're going to fix for the finals, which is funny. So yeah, I think, is it like laggy? I think it might be a little laggy also. No, I think it's fine. All right. Anyway, let's do it. Let's unbox it. I'm excited. I'm excited to get in here and see this thing. Okay. The box has a big M on it. So far, so good. I keep thinking I need to like turn it around to like show you, because I've never done a unboxing like this, but I could just do it like normal, I guess. Okay. So, launch, eject, re-enter. They have tutorials that we can check out. Cool. I wonder how these would work with one of those flip phones. I'm rocking the Razr these days. That's a great question. I have no idea. That might be kind of weird. Right, so there's an eject button on it. Here's the device itself. Pretty cool. We'll take this out. This is one of the things that I'm really fascinated by that they're putting in the box. Can I hold it up here? There we go. An Android ring. So if you have an Android phone, like the Nothing CMF1, for example, you can just take this ring. It's got like a sticky part on the back, and you can like slap it on the back, so it kind of like just creates a magnetic ring for the back of Android phones that don't have MagSafe built in, which is interesting. I will be doing that with the CMF1 over the course of my testing. That's my plan. But for now, here's a safety guide, which we don't need. Everyone should read it. Everyone should read the safety guide. But anyway, I appreciate that they included the Android ring. I think that's a nice touch. So let's see here. There's also USB-C to USB-C cable, which is fun. And then that's the box. And here's the thing itself. So one thing that I'm trying to think about, like, probably need to charge it, right? Like, it's going to be a thing that you're going to have to charge. So immediately, it feels like solid, man. It's actually like kind of heavy. My first thought, one of these, that adapter and a Microsoft Surface Duo phone. Oh my God, yeah, that's like my dream in particular. I want the Microsoft Surface Duo so bad. So I'm trying to figure out how to, because it has these grips. I wonder if I need to like have flipped it up first. So I think this big silver button on top is the one that we press to. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Oh, that feels real good. Wait, I'll do it into the mic. Ooh, buddy. Pretty good. Okay. I I gotta figure out how to flip the grips out. That's one thing. It's gonna launch your phone. Yeah, I think if it's not magnetized enough. All right, so I'll say immediately, it feels decent. I like the D-pad a lot. The D-pad feels really nice. Let me like have a Vita here. It's obviously very dusty Vita. It's more Vita-y than I was expecting, honestly. And then just because I have the MIUI flip here. Nintendo or PC layout? Thankfully, not Nintendo. I'm very much anti-Nintendo button layout personally. So we got A on the bottom instead of A on the right, which I'm happy about. Obvious, I mean, you're going to be playing a lot of Nintendo stuff on here realistically, but anyway, so a lot of buttons here. They all feel really good though. Let's look at the quick start guide. Let's take a look. Quick start. All right, magnetic mount, eject, D-pad, action buttons, joysticks, deployable grips, Bluetooth pair, quick launch, power switch. Okay, yeah, where is that? Oh, it's up top. All right. I like that it's a switch also. The fact that you can see, you can see there that like little hint of red indicating that it's off. And then we can turn it on. And then this button on the right is for pairing, which is cool. We got triggers. Let's see what else we got here. Android ring adhesive adapter apply to center of device. This is one of the things that I learned about. ETA Prime just put out a video because he got hands-on with this. He apparently lives near wherever they make these things, but you can... how do you do this? There's a way to adjust... Yeah, there we go. You can adjust the placement of this magnetic piece, which is kind of wild. So you can like get it really flush in center. So let's just quickly throw this on here. And then, whoa. Okay, ready? Whoa. All right. So, okay. First question that's worth answering immediately. Obviously, it's top heavy. It's not as top heavy as I thought it would be, though. I really expected it to be a little more intense. Let's flip out these grips here and see if that really changes things dramatically. The grips are fascinating. The grips are really interesting. I kind of expected to not like them, honestly. I do think they work though, for like just balancing out how it feels in the hand. It's a lot better than I was expecting. I do wonder, like, truly how much I'll be playing games that require sticks on here, but I'm wondering if like this becomes a streaming device, like for GeForce Now and stuff. Are they Hall effect? Yeah, like everything is Hall effect, including the shoulder buttons. Pretty cool. All right, should we turn this thing on? Figure it out. Let me pull this off. I just got a new case for the iPhone Air, with a really strong magnet on the back, which is really solid for testing this in particular. All right, so yeah, attach phone. There's also a way, from what I understand, you could take this part off entirely, and then flip it so you could have it vertical, which is pretty cool. Yes, press to launch. Flip out grips for more comfort. All right, slide to power on. Hold to pair. Okay. Pull control cover while pressing eject. Okay, so this is one of the wilder things also, is that there's this eject button here, and if I press it, you could just take this part off entirely. This is so wild. And then it's got a little kickstand here. So then you can go like this. And because this is a Bluetooth controller, you could just use this as a controller also separately, which is very clever. It's also worth mentioning, like, this just is a Bluetooth controller as well. So you can technically pair it with whatever you want that has a Bluetooth connection. So I could, pair it to my Mac that I'm using to stream this right now if I wanted to, which is pretty wild. All right, let's, I think, yeah, there we go. I think I messed something up actually when I put this in here. I did. Okay, wait a second. I'm gonna detach this actually. Yeah, there's like when you're putting this back in, it seems to be like a way you're supposed to do it. I think. Let me check. Okay. Ensure kickstand is flat. Slide kickstand into body. Okay. Ensure kickstand is flat. Slide kickstand into body. Oh, there we go. Cool. Hell yeah. Maybe you bring your iPad for the weekend, switch from iPhone to iPad for Delta or something. Yes, exactly. All right. Should we try this? Let's turn it on. Got some lights here. What I love about the industrial design of this is that it feels very Nintendo DS light, these lights in particular. All right. We got Bluetooth on. I'm going to start pairing. Hold to pair. MCON is here. We have connected it. Okay. It's paired. Let's start with Delta, I guess. Seems like the move. That's, I think, the thing that most people would probably end up using, realistically. At least on iPhone. Man, what's the first game you play with MCON? What a big question that is. I'm kind of thinking like an old standby. Well, first of all, let's just see if it like recognizes what's happening here even. Like if I do controller, oh yeah, it seems to be working. Okay. It recognizes it in the settings at least. We're doing Kirby. Oh. I pressed a different button than I was supposed to. Oh. Buddy. We're in here. All right. So the wild thing actually is that it has A and B mapped to actually A and B. So like it has it mapped to the Xbox controls. Wow. Oh shit. What is start and select? Oh, there we go. Okay. So, oh, interesting. So start is all the way over here. Select is all the way over here. This is that. So if you're not into that control scheme, like you could obviously very easily go into Delta settings and change that. Whoop. All right, here's the truest test. Ooh. I mean, that's a pretty good sign, huh? All right, let me so I can. Oh, that's not correct. I keep bringing up this this iPhone games menu. I did bring up the Delta menu before though by accident, and I'm trying to figure out how I did that. Oh, that's interesting. So that was a screen recording situation. Interesting. Okay. Oh, the shoulder buttons are also start and select. That's interesting. Okay. Well, anyway, let's oh shit. There's gotta be a way. No, it just keeps bringing me back to here. All right, let's I'm just gonna quit out of Delta and jump back into it. Let me do controls real quick. If I want to do Nintendo DS, for example. Okay, let's say L1, R1. Okay, up, left. All right, let's do this real quick. I'm gonna make A, B, and BA. I'm just gonna remap these. Yeah, and it's easy enough. I mean, it does it exactly the way you think it should. Start, select. You know what? Menu. I'm gonna make R2. All right, save. All right, here's like the realest test of all for me. Sorry, I got here late. Is this what you're hinting at? Yeah, dude. It sure is. It's the MCON, baby. It's all happening. All right, we're gonna jump into erase. And yeah, the remapped controls worked just fine. Okay. We'll do 100cc. Gonna play as Luigi. Standard LG. That's something like the Backbone's dedicated library app button. I think they want to do that, if I'm remembering correctly. If I remember my conversation with the people at OSnap at CES, that's like a thing that they're trying to do eventually. I mean, this just feels amazing. Like I'm not even using the grips yet, and it's like this is wild actually. How do the triggers feel? They feel good. I'm really impressed with them actually. This is the moment for me right now, is playing Mario Kart DS, where I'm like, oh, this is the real deal. I just looked up at the screen instead of at the race that was happening. Wow. So here's the thing about the MCON. Because like I'm gonna I'm gonna make a video about this. I'm gonna review it. I'm gonna be putting it through its paces for a while. The thing that I've been thinking about the MCON is kind of the same thing that I've been. It's like a different version of what I've been saying in a lot of other places. You know, NPC, wavelengths via the blog and the YouTube channel, et cetera, is like, you know, the emulator scene exists and is cool, and I like it, like the handheld emulator scene. But when my phone can play all the same stuff, it does raise questions about like why would I not be using my phone instead of like this other thing? And I've always thought the reason for that was more so the controller than anything else. Because, you know, so many of these telescopic controllers like just aren't so many of these telescopic controllers like just aren't it. Like you can't put it in your pocket and bring it with you when you go out in a way that like feels comfortable. And like for me, if I'm like playing a game on the subway or something, or if I'm at like a movie theater waiting for a movie to start, like it's not very comfortable to bust out a telescopic controller and just start playing. It's just not. So I guess the thought about MCON for me has always been like, is this the form factor? Is this the one that makes it work? And the answer might be yes. You know, that's what I got to figure out. I held the iPhone Air for the first time at an Apple store today. I wish they would make a mini again. I take a yeah. I've been pretty vocal about not liking the iPhone Air that much. It's a little bit of a regret, you know, getting this thing. I'm enjoying the big screen on it right now, though. Let's see. Let's use the analog stick a little bit here. I'm definitely gonna try GeForce Now. Also, I feel like that's gonna be a must. I think I'm logged in on GeForce Now on here. Oh, actually, no, I don't think I am. I can maybe figure it out. Matt, don't have any guilt about it. I was going to get it no matter what. I didn't take a lot of convincing. The reason I got the phone is because it felt to me like the iPhone X of this lineup. You know, that was the thought. And it, you know, isn't really. It just like it's I threw that the wrong way. It just doesn't have that it factor. You know, the thing with the iPhone X was like the iPhone X was so much better than. Wow, I can't believe I came in second. So sad. The iPhone X was so much better than the iPhone 8 at the time. It was like amazing. It was like a preview of the future. And that's not super the case with the Air, really. Second place, blame the controller. Yeah. Imagine a Game Hub equivalent on iOS. Apple has like all the pieces for an incredibly compelling gaming offering across all of its products and just stubbornly refuses to assemble them. I mean, this is the thing I'm talking about all the time, right? Is like they have the Apple game porting toolkit. Like they built their version of Proton. Like the thing that makes the Steam Deck successful is already a thing that they've built and is available on Mac hardware. It's like it's right there. It's so weird. It's so weird that they're not taking advantage of it. That was awesome, by the way. That felt great. What happens if I close it while it's... Oh, it turns off. Oh, and then it turns back on when I have it here. And then it just works immediately. That was pretty wild, actually. All right. How are the flip out grip thingies? Oh, I just did it by accident. Oh, no, it's because I... the flip out grips are really interesting. I'll flip them out. Yeah, it turned off when I closed it, which makes sense. Yeah, the grips are interesting. It feels... I kind of want them to be a little bit beefier. Like, they do feel like... I mean, they feel very thin, but they do allow you to get a better like purchase on it, which is nice. Yeah. All right, let's go back to the menu here. I don't know if I feel the need to try anything else in Delta. Like that feels like set. How about we do PSP though? PSP feels like a good one, especially because like I mean this is not the PSP Go basically. Let's map the controls real quick. We'll clear all. D-pad up. D-pad down. D-pad left. D-pad right. Circle. X. Square. Triangle. Start. Select. L. R. Analog up. Analog down. Analog left. Analog right. And let's do pause as R2. And I don't think I need anything else probably, at least for now. Sometimes with some games, I'll map the face buttons to the right analog stick or the D-pad to the right analog stick also. Yeah, you already know it's Ridge Racer time. You can read me like a book. All right. Here we go. Ridge Racer. Dude. Give me 1 second. Just feel obligated to also have the PSP Go here. I'll put it right there. All right. Should we do a race? I unsurprisingly took a break from Ridge Racer after we did the PSP episode, but I'm wondering if I'll get back into it real quick. I would love to save this data. Thank you. I would love to turn autosave on also. Yes. Ridge Racer. I'm curious to try it with their dock and see if it's a more Switch-like experience than docking something like the Steam Deck. Yeah, I'm also really curious about the dock. It's something I definitely want to give it a shot, or I want to try out. Have we heard anything more about the Ioneo phone? I'm really curious about the Ioneo phone. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, I want to do this. I do want this. Yes. Kamata Fiero. All right, we're going to change the background music. There we go. I did not get the boost. I'll try like hold it a little more so you can see what's happening here. This is actually also the first time I'm like really trying to emulate video games on the iPhone Air, which like thankfully I'm not feeling the heat of it because it's attached to the MCON, which I think is like a real positive actually. This is the best game ever. It's definitely like hitching a lot. And I think it's only at 2x resolutions, like not even like really pushing it that high. Wow. Let me tell you, folks, this controller is good. This is really good. I think the thing that I'm most curious about and the thing I'm going to like start testing out tomorrow is, you know, like, oh shit. What happens when I put it in my pocket, you know? Like, I'm probably going to like, you know, have my phone in one pocket, have the MCON in another pocket, and then when I'm like in a situation where I can play games, I'll just like slap one on top of the other and then get going. I keep slamming into my opponents. Dude, Ridge Racer is so good. I just realized I'm wearing headphones and I'm not like listening to anything. Because all of this audio is just playing out of my phone. Whoa! I mean, the fact that it's like controlling decently enough in Ridge Racer of all games makes me feel very positive. Like the reason that I'm in fourth right now is not because of the MCON. It's because I'm rusty at Ridge Racer. Rusty Racer. I think I could still do it though. Ah, shit. Okay. Where are we? What lap am I on? 2? All right, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. 1 lap left. Every racing game wants to be as cool as Ridge Racer. Oh my god, they keep doing this to me. Just being exactly where I need to be. I'm very impressed with the analog sticks. I do wonder how it's going to feel if I need to use both of them at once, though. Although the number of games where that's going to be true that I would play on my phone are very small. Except for, realistically, like, games made for iPhone, which I think I need to start thinking about. Like, I'll probably download, like, Call of Duty Mobile again for the first time in a while and see what that feels like. Oh, I'm in first. I mean, yeah, dude, I'm in first. Duh. If you're watching this and you haven't played Ridge Racer for the PSP, it'll change your life. Zoom. Buddy. All right, let me catch up on chat a little bit here. Let me bring up the menu. It's wild this is coming out around the same time as the Thor. I don't regret ordering mine wherever the fuck it is, but I do more realistically see myself leaving the house with the MCON rather than the Thor. Yeah, you and I think have Thors in the exact same shipment, stuck in the same place. I think it got updated and it's like out of Hong Kong and on a plane, maybe. But the thing I was saying before, like my most recent Miu Flip Mini update was, it's like in China. Like if I go look at my Miu Flip tracking right now, it's like, oh, it's somewhere in China, and yet like here it is. So who the hell knows? But yeah, I think like ideally for me, I would be using the MCON all the time. Yeah. I already carry 2 phones, so leaving anything more is rough. Oh yeah, that's tough. The portability of phone controllers, nothing is more portable in the emulator handheld space than clamshells. Yeah, it's true. But you know, I don't know. I'm like, on one hand, obviously it makes sense to have a dedicated device for gaming, right? Like a thing that's purpose built with controls and stuff on it that has everything you need, like right here, and then you can, you know, just throw it in your pocket and whatever is great. Don't get me wrong. But there is something to be said about like this phone is more powerful than this device and has a better screen, and better battery life, et cetera, et cetera. So like, shouldn't I be using that to play these games? Like that's at least the thought that always goes through my head about this stuff. Yeah. If you have Apple Arcade, there's probably some good controller games there for you. Yes, definitely. Yeah, actually, I downloaded NBA 2K25, I think, because I was just on DLC this week, and Christian Spicer was like, "You should get this game," so I did. With the thought that I will play it with the MCON. Not sure if there's a good PS Remote Play app for iOS. There is, but it would be interesting to stream some Ghost of Yotei or whatever. That's a good point. Yeah. I should check that out. Yeah. Although my PS5 is right here next to me and not plugged into my router, which is usually what I do when I'm game streaming. I should move it back and do that. Let me see what other games I have on my phone that would be good for this. Do I have any right now that I'm like, this would be a good thing to test out? Like, I could try NBA, I suppose. Or I could download something. Or I could log into GeForce Now and see how that feels. Let's see. Do. All right, set up to play. All right, so we need to add this to the home screen first. GeForce Now. Open it up. Agree and continue. Get in. Oh, I have to log in. Hang on. All right. We're in GeForce Now. Ball Pit is on GeForce Now. Oh, shit. That is dangerous. All right, let's see. I wonder if let's see, gameplay. Does it like know that I have a controller plugged in? Is there a way to check even? Let me like close out of it and then open it again. Maybe that'll do it. No. Okay. Let's go to my library. I think you're totally right though that Ball Pit's a good thing to check. Wait, is it in here? Ball Pit. Or is that just on Xbox? Oh no, it's there. Connect a gamepad for this for the best experience. Oh, it's off. Whoops. Is that why it hasn't been working? There we go. Oh, I had it turned off. That's funny. All right, we're loading into Ball Pit. Your gaming rig is ready. Let's go. You must tap or click the Let's Go button to start your game. It's making me sign into Steam. Shouldn't it know that already? What the heck? What the heck? Well, this is annoying. Shit. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, I was just thinking like, oh, I'll scan the QR code. That's the easy way to do this, but I can't. Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, now it's making me open the Steam app. Approve. Okay. Ball pit. There we go. Hoi, oi, oi. All right, save slots. Here's my just under 30-hour save slot for ball pit. Oh, yeah, dude. Let's bounce around a little bit here. When you do the full video impressions, are you going to compare it to other kinds of controllers in terms of comfort and usability? Considering getting this, but I've got telescopic controllers and stuff. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Well, I mean, just to reiterate, like, the question I want to answer more so than any other one is, like, would you, if you had this controller, would you be bringing it with you, like, while you're out and about and doing stuff, in lieu of, like, a dedicated handheld, you know, this or the Odin Mini or whatever. Let's do we'll just do standard here. We'll do fast ×3. And I'll say, like, right off the bat, like, I would basically never bring good choices here. I would basically never bring, like, the backbone with me while I was, like, out, you know, like that just feels weird to me, because I'd, like, first of all, I have to bring a bag because it's so big that I just, like, wouldn't have it on me. Yeah, it just, like, wouldn't make sense to bring it with me. So immediately, like, there's I gotta angle this more towards the camera so you can see what's happening here. Immediately there's, like, friction, and what I have found always, and the thing that I try to, I think, talk about a lot when I'm reviewing hardware like this, is, like, the more friction you add, the less people are going to use your thing, or the less you're going to use your thing, you know? I just feel like, generally speaking, and this is true of, like, every device I own, if I don't almost, like, second nature grab it, there's a good chance it'll, like, almost never get used realistically. Which is why I went from having 5 cameras to 2 cameras, because there were a bunch of cameras that I just, like, wasn't using ever, and there were a bunch that I was using all the time, because there was like some friction here and there with some of the other ones that I was using. And the same is true of handhelds. I've found the more of them that I've like tested and reviewed and stuff for NPC and for the Wavelengths channel and stuff, the more I've realized like you need to find the handheld that fits into your life. And I've always wanted that handheld to be my iPhone because I already have it in my pocket. But the thing that has prevented me from doing that has always been like the control scheme of it all. I am crushing this, by the way. I am interested though in the charging, like needing to charge this, because like telescopic controllers obviously don't need to be charged, which is one of the bigger things. Hey, GeForce Now, Ball Pit is like doing pretty fine. By the way, it's like pretty impressive. Yeah, let's do this. I kind of can't believe I'm playing Ball Pit on my phone. Actually, it's pretty cool. One evolution available. Oh, we get lasers. Time to play Silksong again. I don't know about that. I did actually start Silksong a second time though this week. On PC because I played through it all the way, obviously on Switch the first time, but I was like I have some stuff around the beginning of the game that I want to experience again. So I started another game, which is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna that's gonna be my big Thor game. When the Thor comes in, I'm gonna be testing Silksong on that through Game Hub a lot. I feel like if GeForce Now is a web app anyways, they can make a shared home screen to each game for people to use on their phones. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, that'd be really interesting. Thank you, by the way, for recommending Ball Pit, because what a great test for the analog sticks also. And I have been impressed so far. Let's see. Let's do a reroll here. I don't really want to do ice. What do I want to do? Oh, we could do. Okay, here we go. Clone ball. MCON does not charge via MagSafe either way. Yeah, that'd be cool if it did do that, but yeah, I guess because like the MagSafe part of it is like a moving part, you know. All right, let's do this. Beautiful. Oh, I gotta start fusing stuff together. I wasn't even really thinking. All right. Also, sorry for. I don't know. Like, realistically, it doesn't matter that much, but I am spoiling a lot of Ball Pit stuff in this run because this is like very, very like late game stuff. I mean, it's the first level technically that I'm playing. It's like the main or like the first character you get when you start the game, but. Ball Pit games are. Oh yeah, you want to get like a Bazite kind of thing. Yeah, I have my mini PC, and like every day, I get closer and closer to putting Bazite on it. All right, we got an evolution available. We're going to do it. Okay, so we've tested emulating via Delta. We've tested emulating via PSP. I guess I haven't played like a game natively on it yet, huh? That's something that we could do, but I do think I think my brain and body is starting to wane in terms of my ability to keep talking. I also recorded so much video today, folks. But I will finish this ball pit run at least. Oh yeah, I do. I'm gonna download that Katamari game. I'm gonna try that on here too. SteamOS box is a day one for me. Yeah, me too. Honestly, I mean, even outside of like, I would obviously be testing it for NPC, which is kind of ironic considering that show is called Next Portable Console, and wavelengths and stuff. But I mean, that device, if they decide to make it, is a no-brainer. All right, I'm turning the speed up on this fight. Okay, don't die, don't die, don't die. Definitely getting a little more latency, but you know, I imagine that's probably because I'm streaming to twitch.television and also streaming a video game at the same time. Wow. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to return to base. I'm going to quit the game. I'm going to dismiss the feedback because I don't really feel like doing that right now. Very cool that this works, by the way. And I'm going to take this off here. Close it, and it just turned off immediately, which is very cool. I'll put the grips back. And I'm going to stand up. I'm going to put this in my pocket and see what that feels like. That's what I'm going to do. So it just kind of feels like having another phone in my pocket. It's not like that big and intrusive, honestly. I was expecting it to be a little bit more intense. Ooh. Isn't that so good? Wow. That's MCON, baby. Pretty good first test. Does it look crazy if you put both of them in the same pocket? I'm sure it would, and honestly, I'm not even going to do that. Like it immediately feels like a non-starter. That would be too much, I think. If you want to see, I don't know if you're curious about this at all, but like when I have the iPhone Air here, the camera bump doesn't really cause any problems, which is good. Like they made this MagSafe plateau or whatever thick enough that it works. Yeah. Yeah, wait, let me what is it? Okay, so this is one of the wilder things. So you could just take this whole thing off and then I could go like this also. Here's the vertical orientation, which is cool. So hypothetically, if I wanted to go like this, oh, I did it the wrong way. Whoops. This way. Bingo. Then I could go like this, which feels very silly. It's really weird. But I guess hypothetically, like, I don't know, could I play a DS game like this? Is that the idea? Where's the power switch? It's over here. Let me jump back into Delta real quick. I'm curious what's going to happen if I try to do that. Isn't Delta like in a weird section? I think it's in entertainment. Yes. Like if I wanted to play Animal Crossing. So funny. What a weird thing. Sure. Wow. Anyway, that's MCON. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching this live on Twitch, on the Wavelengths Twitch channel, I appreciate it. If you're seeing this after the fact, I'm probably going to put this on the NPC channel on YouTube after the fact. So if you're watching there, thank you so much for that as well. Stay tuned for more thoughts about MCON. There will be many. There will be many. I'm definitely going to put a review together for the Wavelengths channel after I put it through its paces a little bit and figure out if I can answer those questions that I have brought up. That's really the core thought that I have here, and I want to come to a conclusion on it. So we'll see. We'll see. Thanks again for being here. I'm gonna, I guess, charge the MCON overnight, and then tomorrow the really rigorous testing begins. But one last time, I'll do this. Ooh, it's really good. All right, it's a sturdy thing. It feels really well made. I should mention that it feels really well made. Like it's a nice device. I'm immediately a fan of it. I can already kind of tell it's like making good on a lot of the promises. Also, let me just hold this up here. The like little there's like a little grip on L2 and R2. You can see like this texture here. It's really nice. It's a nice touch. A lot of nice little touches here. Anyway, that's MCON. I will catch you all later. Goodbye, everyone.